In this video, I'm going to show you how to solo over a 12-bar blues backing track in the key of A minor that I created. You may be asking the question, okay, great, but why do I need a strategy? Can't I just play in all 5 positions of the A Pentatonic Blues scale over the entire chord progression? Short answer is yes, but there's so much more you can add to your playing and creativity by using additional scale strategies that I'm going to show you. So grab your guitar so you can follow along and let's get into it. So first of all, we're going to break down the chords and chord progression to this backing track. Note on the 12th bar, there's an E7 chord turnaround, and I'll talk about that a little bit later on. So it is a 12-bar blues track, so we're looking at 12 bars. Each consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's go back to the original question in the first part of the video. Can we just play the A Pentatonic Blues scale over all 3 chords in the full chord progression? I'm going to do a quick demo and go through the full chord progression one time using only the Pentatonic Blues scale for all the chords. And you can kind of hear where I'm just hitting those root notes when I go to the D minor and the E minor. So hopefully you can see what I mean there. You can definitely do that all day long. It's just you're kind of limiting yourself as to some other ways to be creative and do some different things. So when we talk about these other strategies with mainly the D minor chord and the E minor chord, but even with the A minor chord as well, then you're going to see how you've got so many more options and you've got so much more potential to be creative and do some really cool stuff with this chord progression. So let's talk about the A minor chord. Technically this would be in the key of A minor because there's your 1, D minor would be your 4, E minor would be your 5, and then you're back to 1. So what we want to do is talk about the scales that we would play over the A minor chord first. And obviously we would play the A Pentatonic Blues, or of course A minor pentatonic. So here's your A minor pentatonic. And of course, we're going to add the blues note, which is here. There's your blues note right there. And then there's the blues note right there. So your A minor pentatonic is a 5-note scale. Of course, you had your blues note. You got 6 notes. But the 7-note scale is going to be a mode scale pattern, or you can call it the A natural minor scale. So here's your A Aeolian Mode scale pattern. So now for our A minor, we've got our blues scale. Or we've got our A Aeolian Mode or natural minor scale. Now for the D minor, that same A Aeolian Mode scale pattern or A natural minor scale works great. Of course, we got to use our D root note and put the focus on that, but it's still this same scale. So let's check it out. Back to our A minor. Now the next thing we can do with the D minor is we can just play a 5-note pentatonic scale. So what I'm going to do is just kind of have, this is our home base for the scale. But what this is the third position of an F major pentatonic scale. So what we're looking at here basically is the F pentatonic major, third position, which would be your A, and now this is the scale. So that's another option for the D minor chord. Now, the E minor chord, we can do the exact same thing, but now instead of our F major pentatonic scale, we're just going to go up 2 frets to our G major pentatonic scale. Now, with the E, it's going to be right here. There's our E root note. So think of this scale right here. Once again, same thing, starting with your G. Same way we did on the D minor. So now, to sum it up, we've got A minor that we can play A Pentatonic Blues scale, and A minor that we can also use the A natural minor or the A Aeolian scale. We got a D minor that we can still use the A natural minor or A Aeolian scale. Just focus on D as your root note. So also for the D minor, we've got our third position of the F major pentatonic scale. Again, that's just playing it right here in this one spot on the guitar neck. And then on our E minor, we can do that same pentatonic scale. Now we're on our G major pentatonic scale. Now all that's left in this chord progression is it has a turnaround on the 12th bar. So the very last chord is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then it goes back to the 1 and starts the whole chord progression all over again. So here's what we can do on this E7 chord. So technically we could just use anything in the A major scale or the A Ionian scale, which is this. Of course, we are starting with the E as our root note. We start on this E right here on the 6th string, then this would be an E Mixolydian Mode scale pattern. We can do the same exact thing, we're just starting here. And obviously there are more positions that you could play this scale in. And that turnaround goes by so fast, it's like you really don't even have much time to play anything. Unless you just want to do a quick run like this. So now to put it all together, I'm going to use this strategy playing over the backing track that I created. I will leave a link in the description for that track. But also I recently created a 23-page PDF document that's called Major Scale Modes and Resource Guide. This is a free download. Just click the link in the description for more information and download this free resource today. Now without further ado, let's jam over this track.